Morning everyone, welcome back to the MCM Outdoor Show. I know it's been a while since we posted the last video, so I thought I'd provide just a bit of an update as to what has and what hasn't been going on. As everyone can probably relate to, life gets a bit busy on occasion, and I've been really busy with work. In terms of being a dad, it's just me with my two. So in terms of being a dad, being in work, I've had a couple of days off cancelled due to unforeseen events, so I haven't been able to get out into the mountains, which is a bit of a shame. But Matt has kindly made a bit of a fitness video in terms of what you should and shouldn't be doing in terms of trying to increase your fitness for walking. It's obviously primarily aimed at those that are at a level where they feel confident enough to tackle the big hills, but Matt's kindly put that together and sent it over, so hopefully you're going to enjoy that. Matt's a fully accredited personal trainer, that's what he does for his job. So, you know, he's not in as good shape as me when you look at him. He's got a bit of a way to go, clearly. You know, I'm older, I've got a lot more experience behind me. But, yeah, he's very good. He knows what he's doing. He's just done the triathlon in Windermere, and he finished with a very, very healthy time. So well done there, Matt. So, yeah, we have got some more walks and climbs planned, some more wild camps, some more product reviews, things like that. So there's a lot to come. Our normal upload schedule, just so you know, is normally once every 3 weeks. If I get an extra day off here or there, or I've got a little bit of spare time, I'll try and head out and get something uploaded, but just so you know, it is normally once every 3 weeks. So without further ado, without rambling on too much, I'm going to hand you over to Matthew. Hopefully you're going to enjoy this. If you do, give him a comment, let him know what you think of it below, and give him a thumbs up. Please like and subscribe the video. If you do like the channel, subscribing is the way forwards. We really appreciate that. It's grown a lot, and yeah, give us some comments. Try and reply to every, or I will reply to every constructive comment. On a side note, what do you think about England World Cup? Absolutely magical. I was a bit sceptical at first, but I think we can do it. I think we can do it. So fingers crossed for Wednesday. Come on England, and we're going to bring it home this year. We'll see you on the next video. Enjoy this one. Get out into the great outdoors and go and enjoy this lovely warm weather. See you on the next one.
This is Matt with the MCM Outdoor Show, and this is a really quick video just to give you some hints, tips and advice on how to keep fit and healthy so you can get yourself out into the great outdoors and do some hiking, walking and camping. Now, the first thing really is to make sure that you're medically cleared to exercise. So if you have any doubts, I'd recommend you book in with your GP just to get a basic health check done. One of the key things there is going to be having your blood pressure taken, and if you do have your own monitor, we'd be looking to make sure that your systolic, or the top reading, is less than 140 on consecutive readings, and your lower one, your diastolic, is less than 90 on consecutive readings. If in doubt, always get the okay from your GP. Now, some of the key things when it comes to kind of hiking and walking is to reduce your risk of injury. So one of the main things we want to do is make sure that the foot and the ankle and the knees are ready for the exercise that's about to take place. And some of the easy ways of doing that are to spend a little bit of time each day doing some work on the feet and the ankles, just to give them the ability to kind of adapt to the ground around them. So an easy way of doing that is to use one of these little things, little tennis ball. You can use a golf ball, you can use a lacrosse ball, you can use a kind of kid's toy, anything round. Kick off your shoe, get the ball on the floor, and quite simply balance yourself on one leg and just roll your foot across the ball. Really simple exercise, and all it does is it just wakes up all of the nerves and the nerve endings right on the end of the foot, and just gives them the ability to respond a little bit better to the stimulus that they get given. So you want to perform that maybe 30 seconds, 60 seconds each day. And you know what, if you just sat at home, you can just roll your foot on a ball as well. It won't do any harm, and all it'll do is mean that your feet can respond a little bit better to the world around them. So once you've performed that, another simple exercise which you can perform is going to be some balance work. So for this one, you're going to be taking feet, knee and hip in line, standing nice and solid on the floor with a bend in the knees. You're going to bring your weight onto one of your feet and just lift the other foot up into the air. This single leg balance is great for telling the foot, the ankle and the knee how to keep themselves balanced. Because if you think about hiking and walking, you spend the majority of the time on one foot or the other. So they need to have the ability to deal with all of the weight as it rolls around it. Once you've got used to standing on one foot with that nice bent leg, chest proud, you're just going to drive the foot forward and drive the foot to the side, and when you feel comfortable, a little twist to the side as well. To begin with, you can toe tap if you need to. Other than that, nice steady movements from side to side. And this simple stability drill is just going to teach all of those joints how to deal with all of the stimulus. Now, once we've done some stability work, it's a good idea to do a little bit of mobility work. So what we want to do for that one is start to move or stretch some of our muscles, but we could do this kind of on a daily basis or just before going out for a walk or a hike as well. So an easy way to do this is to get yourself in a position where you can step forward, and as you step forward, you're just going to reach hands up above the head, step back and reach the hands down towards the floor. So from the front and the back of the hips and the thigh, we're going to get a nice stretch. So we just flow that together as we go forward and back, and you can be performing this exercise before a walk, before a run, before a cycle. You do this 30 to 60 seconds on each side, and that'll just loosen up the hips from the front and the back. Progression of that, you can then start to move side to side as you stretch to the side, and then do some nice rotation as well. So you kind of move over and stretch over side to side. Once you're prepared, you've done some mobility, you've done some stability, it's time to do some exercises. So really there's plenty of exercises you could be doing, but I suppose there's mainly two exercises which I suppose should feature in every exercise regime when it comes to kind of improving things for walking. First one's going to be your squats. Just keep it nice and simple. Feet shoulder width apart, toes ever so slightly pointing out, so it's kind of like 5 to 1 o'clock. And what we're going to be doing is dropping our bottom back, keeping the majority of the weight down through our heels and the body nice and upright, and then driving up from there. So dropping down, driving up, dropping down, driving up. To look from the side, imagine you've got a seat behind you. You're going to be sitting yourself down onto that seat and then rising back up. And as you progress, as your kind of mobility improves, you can start to get a little bit lower into that squat, till eventually you can go right the way down to the bottom. And the key thing here, there's no rush, slow and controlled, nice and steady. And just keep that body nice and aligned and keep this tummy nice and tight. Imagine you're going to get a punch in the stomach, keep it tensed up all the way through the move. Just keeps this nice and strong all the way through. Once you've got the hang of squats, you can perform those for 60-second periods, and then you can move into your lunges. So for a lunge, you're going to take a step forward and drop down. In an ideal world, we'd be looking at about a 90-degree angle for both knees, and then we're going to return back to the start point. So we drop down and come back up, drop down and come back up. And you can perform maybe 30 seconds on one leg, or as long as you feel you can manage to begin with, and then make a nice change to each leg. Try and keep a focus if you can. Everything's pointing forward for these particular lunges, so as you come to the bottom, not only is your front foot pointing forward, your back foot is as well. So keep an eye that heel is in line with all of the toes back there, and we return. Nice and easy, squats and lunges. So we've warmed up our ankles, warmed up our knees, heart rate's pumping a little bit faster. All we're going to do now is start working our way up and down the stairs. Now the key for this one, when you're walking up a hill, it's rare you're going to have a banister to hold on to. So you want to try and work your way up the stairs without holding on to anything. Use your hands, nice easy swing. You're just going to step all the way up to the top, turn and come down again. Simple. And you just repeat that for probably a minute of stair walks up and down. If you're feeling a little bit unconfident to begin with and you don't feel you've kind of got the stability to get yourself all the way up, or you're concerned about coming back down, you can just perform simple step ups like so. Perform for maybe a minute, rest for 30 seconds and then repeat. You can even go step, 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 step. If you're a little bit taller or you want to get a little bit more mobility into your hips, you can just step to a higher step. Maybe go up to the bottom one And then the second one. Bottom one. And second one. Easy peasy. Now to put that all together in a nice clean workout, what we could do is perform our squats, our lunges, up the stairs, down the stairs, squats and lunges. So to put it all together, a nice simple workout that you can do, which will probably take you about 5 minutes in total, is to perform 10 squats. Once you perform 10 squats, you're going to perform 10 lunges on each leg. Once you've performed your 10 lunges on each leg, you're going to walk up the stairs, down the stairs, then you're going to perform 9 squats. 9 squats, you guessed it, 9 lunges, 9 lunges. Once you perform your 9 lunges, back up the stairs, back down the stairs, 8 squats, 8 lunges, stairs, stairs, 7, 6, all the way down to 1, and then you can recover. Whole thing will take about 5 minutes to do. Should be breathing relatively heavy. These things should be certainly pulsing, feeling like they've done a little bit of exercise. What you're then going to do is move outside. Now it's as simple as getting out and walking. Now the more uneven the surface, the better. So if you can find some local woods, kind of walks, fells or footpaths, that would be better, just to wake up your feet and give them the ability to kind of move rather than just being on road and tarmac all the time. But key thing is, when you're walking outside, you want your heart and your lungs working a little bit harder. Now ideally what you would do is you would walk to a point where it's starting to feel a bit more uncomfortable, i.e. you're struggling to maintain a conversational pace. So get yourself outside, find a way of walking for around about 5 minutes so that it feels uncomfortable, but not so much so that you feel that you need to stop. Once you've done it for 5 minutes, you can then take a quick breath, maybe kind of have a sip of water, relax, and then carry on. What you really want to focus on is getting enjoyment out of it. So get yourself outside, get some fresh air, get some sunshine, feel the outdoors. Whenever you need to stop and take a rest, do so, but just try to push yourself a little bit harder each time. So to summarise my fitness tips to get you out hiking, get you out into the woods, get you out onto the fells and the hills, make sure your ankles and your knees are prepared for what's about to happen. So give them enough opportunity to deal with instability as possible. Move your muscles, give them a little bit of mobility so that they're less likely to kind of snap and get kind of adhered and stick to each other. And then to boost your fitness, the easy workout that I've given you would be to do squats, lunges and stair walks in that nice little workout that we put together before. So this is Matt, MCM Outdoor Show. I hope that's been of some use to you. Feel free to leave us a comment below and we'll do our best to get back to it as soon as we can do. But we'd love to see you out in the great outdoors, so we look forward to seeing you out there.